enforcement officer or guardian. As of 8/16/18, approximately 20 counties have moved to put armed guards on campus. To do this, the legislature set aside $67 million in one-time funding. Today we have three distinguished guest speakers who can shed some light on this controversial program. First, we have Angie Gallo, who some of us will recognize from our Florida gun safety conference calls, where she has shared some valuable information. Angie has been a PTA member and child advocate for over 14 years. She has held various positions on PTA boards and school advisory committees in various elementary schools throughout high school. She has also served as the Rally and Tally Chair, Legislative Chair, Secretary, and is the first Vice President of Orange County PTAs and PTSAs. Angie is currently on the Florida PTA Executive Committee as the Vice President of the Educational Development and the former Legislative Chair. After the Pulse shooting, where 49 local people lost their lives, Florida PTA was asked to join the Florida Coalition to Prevent Gun Violence. Angie sits on the steering committee of the coalition and has been advocating for sensible gun reform for the last 2 years. As the former chair of the Florida PTA Legislative Committee, she advocated for 20 minutes of daily recess, which passed in 2017, making texting and driving a primary offense, juvenile justice issues, reasonable gun legislation along with other educational issues. As a board member of the Florida PTA, she is part of the Don't Text and Drive Coalition. She sits on the Florida After School Network. Angie is very passionate about education and supporting public schools. She believes that it is our responsibility to focus on educating the whole child and that students should feel safe in schools. Angie is a proud graduate of UCF, currently owns her own company, The Red Envelope. Okay. Next, we have Dr. Walt Griffin, the superintendent of SCPS, Seminole County Public Schools, since 2012. Prior to serving as superintendent, Walt served as a math teacher, middle school principal, high school principal, and executive director of Seminole County Public Schools. He's a two-time recipient of the Florida Department of Education Turnaround Principal, and in 2014 was named a U.S. Future Ready Superintendent. Since Dr. Griffin has taken over as superintendent, Seminole has been ranked #1 in the state in advanced STEM education. Career vocational education has quadrupled, and Seminole County has maintained an A rating from the DOE. Finally, as a former teacher, it warms my little heart. Finally, our third speaker is Jim Verity, our very own Jim Verity, who we see often. A 32-year veteran of the Orange County Sheriff's Department, Jim graduated also from UCF in 1973 with a degree in criminal justice and became certified in computer technology in 2006. After 5 years in patrol, Jim served as an instructor with the police academy for 2 years and then served as a school resource officer for his final 25 years. He became a member of National SRO, School Resource Officer, training team during the last 6 years. After retirement from the Sheriff's Office, he worked for Orange County Public Schools as a computer tech for 7 years, followed by his permanent retirement. Jim joined the League of Women Voters and has been a valuable member of the gun safety team, helping other members understand guns and proper gun safety. Okay, what we are going to do now is because Dr. Griffin is on a strict schedule, we're going to let Dr. Griffin speak and then open the floor to a few questions. And then we'll have Angie and Jim speak and then follow their discussions up with questions from the audience. Okay, so first I'd like to welcome Dr. Walt Griffin.
Good afternoon, everybody. I see a lot of former